So welcome back to more Mansa. It is your boy Mansa. We're back again with another reaction video, guys. Man, we got five-time Grammy award-winning group Ladysmith Black Mambazo. We got to go ahead and check this out, man. Y'all new here, smash that sub and like the video. Let's get it.
In this video, we're going to be discussing the group featured on the official website of the
The
South African
official website
presidency for showcasing and putting South African culture on the international map. The group being featured on the Grammy website for receiving 17 Grammy nominations and winning 5 Grammy Awards.
Wow.
In this video, we're going to be discussing the legendary Ladysmith Black Mambazo. Please subscribe to the channel and help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and like the video if you're enjoying the content.
Yes, sir. We like it.
Ladysmith Black Mambazo's history spans over 50 years, and a lot has happened to the group. In this video, we're choosing to focus on the music side of the group and ignoring the political aspects of the group. A lot of information will be left out to keep this video as short and concise as possible. Please comment down below any information about the group you would like to share.
That sounds good. 17 minutes too. Must have been a lot of information on these people. My question is, how do you get this many people together for a group, like a singing group? Like y'all had to been recruited. I got almost 10 people in this group. They had to been a church choir or something.
Ladysmith Black Mambazo, live in the studios of KXP. Thank you for being here. It's our new home, and you are the first band from Africa to grace our stage, our studio here. So please, thank you. A couple of quick questions. The band's been around since the 60s, and Joseph just recently retired. So I'm wondering, how will you continue with the spirit of what he intended with the ensemble, and how, because you guys tour a lot, you're traveling all over the world all the time. How does that energy still work? How are you going to continue to create this beautiful music in that way?
My father, Joseph Shabalala, the founder of the group, he taught us to work together, to respect one another, to respect the work that we are doing, which is to spread the message of peace, love, and harmony throughout the world. So that is what we are intending to do.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Origins. Ladysmith Black Mambazo are a South African male choral group singing in the local vocal styles of Isicathamiya and Mbube. Isicathamiya is a singing style that originated from South Africa by the Zulu tribe, which is a form of a cappella singing. Isicathamiya is derived from the Zulu verb that's hama, which means walking softly or to tread carefully, which is what the group incorporates in their music and performance.
Is this the group that when they go like this, they go? Okay, let me stop. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Is this the same group? Is the question.
Mbube is a form of South African vocal music. The word Mbube means lion in Zulu, traditionally performed a cappella. Solomon Linda created one of the most famous African songs, Mbube, which eventually became its own genre. Joseph Shabalala formed Ladysmith Black Mambazo in 1964 because of a series of dreams he had in which he heard certain Isicathamiya harmonies. The first incarnation of Ladysmith Black Mambazo was known as Izimnyama, the Black Ones. The members of the group were relatives, mostly brothers and cousins of Joseph Shabalala. In 1964, Shabalala had a series of reoccurring dreams in his sleep over a period of 6 months, featuring a choir singing in perfect harmony. Shabalala described this as a beautiful sound and one not yet achieved by the group of the time. As a result, he reformed the group, bringing on newer, younger relatives. He strove to teach them the harmonies from his dreams, after deciding that the group well replicated the beautiful and soft sounds from his dreams. Shabalala entered the group into Istatamia competitions held on Saturday nights in the halls of hostels in Durban and Johannesburg. The group
That's
managed
dope.
to win nearly every competition that was held. As a result, Shabalala decided to change the name of the group to be more descriptive of its talent. The name Ezimnyama was replaced by Ladysmith Black Mambazo. The three elements of the new name were the hometown of Shabalala's family, Ladysmith, KwaZulu-Natal, the black ox, considered to be the strongest farm animal, and Mambazo, which means axe in the Zulu
They said
language,
Mamba. I thought they meant the snake, the black
and is
Mamba.
symbolic of the choir's ability to chop down the competition. Eventually, by the early 1970s, the group was forbidden to compete in the competitions because of their
They just
continued
win all the
success.
time.
They were, however, welcome to perform without taking part in the competition itself.
My first guest.
Yeah, at some point
has
it's like,
written
hey,
and
y'all,
performed
y'all,
some of the
y'all can't
best
just keep
American
winning.
songs of the last 20 or so years. He's also moved into other fields. We'll talk about that with him tonight. We're very delighted to have him as a guest on our
Sounds like
program.
an American.
Please welcome Paul Simon.
Who is Paul Simon?
Well, everybody,
The Late Show.
there are a lot of things about this job that are great, but this is one of the greatest. Because my next guest is a legendary musician whose music you're singing in your head right now. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Paul
Really?
Simon.
Hey,
Even
Hey.
as you see
Hey.
the group, Ladysmith
hey.
Black Mambazo.
Oh, hold
they are
on, hold on. Hey,
as you see the group, Ladysmith
hold on, one more
Black
time,
Mambazo.
one more time. Hey. All right.
Even as you see the group, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, they are the people who got the vocalist sound of South Africa, the original sound, which we call Statamia. Now, Graceland Tour, they spread the South African music all over the world. That is Paul Simon's idea, which I think it's very good. I love it very much. All over the world. That is Paul Simon's tour. They spread the South African music all over the world. That is Paul Simon's idea, which I think it's very good. I love it very much. At this time, I'm very happy that we are going to see even Moscow. Oh, that's wonderful to me.
Am I the modern day Paul Simon?
International recognition.
Oh my
In
God.
1967, the group began to make recordings for the SABC
Paul Simon's the
station
white guy, right?
Radio Zulu, appearing in DJ Alexius Butelezi's popular Xotoza Mfana program, which spotlighted the music of several local choirs. Their success was so great that music producers began enticing the group to sign a recording contract. In 1972, the group
What you looking
signed
at,
with
my guy?
Ghana
Everybody
Records
looking forward but
Company
you.
under producer West Nkosi at the organization's African music division,
Gallo
Mavutela
Records.
Music Company. Ladysmith Black Mambazo released their first album the following year, Amabuto, which received gold status and was the first album by a black musician or group in South Africa to do so. After this, the group saw many changes where initially the group's early lineup consisted of many of Joseph Shabalala's relatives, but now the group largely included members unrelated to Joseph. In 1976, Shabalala converted to Christianity, and a host of religious material now entered the group's repertoire. Mambazo's first religious album, Ukukhanya Kwelanga, was released soon afterwards. It earned a double platinum disc award, and the group's repertoire came to be dominated by hymns, mostly Methodist. Their 1976 LP, Ukusindiswa, became one of their most popular religious albums, selling double gold discs within 3 weeks of release. By 1981, the group's popularity was such that the apartheid government allowed the members to travel to Germany as part of a South African folk music festival. The group toured West Germany and appeared on television and learned some of the German language. For the group's 1981 album Phansi Emgodini, Shabalala
dropping,
composed
wasn't
a
they?
song entitled "Wir grüßen euch alle," which means "we greet you all." A track by the group also appeared on the groundbreaking British compilation album The Indestructible Beat of Soweto. In 1985, Paul Simon traveled to South Africa in the hope of collaborating with South African musicians for his Graceland album. Simon contacted Shabalala and conversed with him in person. After much discussion and excitement, the group traveled to London to record with Simon. The first recording was Homeless. The music and chorus were composed by Simon, with Shabalala composing the Zulu introduction and main non-English body of the song. They also sang on the song Diamonds, On the Sole of Her Shoes, and You Can Call Me Al. Simon brought the group to New York City to perform on Saturday Night Live, and they performed Diamonds prior to the album or song being released. Graceland was released in late 1986, and although both Joseph Shabalala and Paul Simon were accused of breaking the cultural boycott of South Africa, the album became a huge success and sold 16 million copies and further boosted Ladysmith Black Mambazo's international image. After Graceland, Simon acted as
Just wanna hear
producer
one
for
song
their
that I
first
would know.
music for US release on Warner Brothers Records, Shaka Zulu, in 1987. Shaka Zulu won the Grammy Award for Best Traditional Folk Recording in 1988. Two more records were recorded for the Warner Bros. Records in the US, which was Journey of Dreams in 1988 and Two Worlds, One Heart in 1990.
I like the covers.
In 1988, Ladysmith Black Mambazo appeared in Michael Jackson's movie Moonwalker, where they performed The Moon is Walking over the end credits. Ladysmith Black Mambazo was also featured in the Sesame Street song Put Down the Ducky, as well as the African Alphabet. In 1988, Ladysmith Black Mambazo sang Bube during the opening sequence of the Eddie Murphy movie Coming to America.
Welcome back. Ladysmith Black Mambazo are one of the biggest names in the world of music, of course, and world music itself. Nelson Mandela's favourite band, they performed for the Queen and the Pope.
A special visit from an old friend. President Zuma and Professor Joseph Shabalala share a long-standing friendship based on shared values and mutual respect.
He's the man I've known for many years, for his good work, how he has used music as an
My boy's head
instrument
is shiny.
to teach all of us about the values of life, about our history, about what we need to yearn for in our future.
South Africa's cultural ambassadors. In 1993, Ladysmith Black Mambazo released Lipiqiniso, which is a celebratory album released celebrating the abolishment of apartheid system and the release of Nelson Mandela. Shortly after Nelson Mandela's release from prison,
I need the
Nelson
Mandela
Mandela
shades.
publicly stated that members of Ladysmith Black Mambazo was South Africa's cultural ambassadors.
Shades is
And
fire. I
at
need
Mandela's
those.
request,
Somebody point me in
Ladysmith
direction.
Black Mambazo accompanied the future president of South Africa to the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony in Oslo,
that Trump?
Norway in 1993. Mambazo sang again at President Mandela's inauguration in May 1994, and then later at his birthday celebrations. In 1995, South Africa hosted the Rugby World Cup, in which South Africa won, becoming Rugby World Champions. Ladysmith Black Mambazo collaborated with PJ Powers in recording and performing World in Union, which was the theme song for that World Cup. In 1997, for a run of UK's television advertisements, the group recorded an abridged version of Inkanyezi Nezazi, which meant the star and the wise man. The adverts proved so popular that the original studio version, recorded back in 1992, was released as a single and reached number 2 on the UK singles chart. The single was followed up by the best of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, The Star and the Wise Man in 1998. A compilation release that became so popular it was certified triple platinum, selling 1 million copies in Britain alone. The Heinz campaign led to a reawakening of the group in Britain, and many television and radio performances beckoned over the next few years, as well as performing for the British royal family. A film documentary about Ladysmith Black Mambazo on Tiptoe, Gentle Steps to Freedom, was released in 2000. The film was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Documentary in 2001. The movie was presented the Best Short Documentary Award by the 2001 International Documentary Association. Wow. In 2002, Ladysmith Black Mambazo released Wenyukela. Wenyukela was a success in South Africa, prompting its release in Britain in March 2003 on Rasa Records, which is a British record label. Following the repeated success of the album, the American-based record label Heads Up International released the album in January 2004, and this gained the group's second Grammy Award. Long Walk to Freedom, a celebration of 45 years of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, was released by the group in January 2006. In 2007, the group released Ilembe, honoring Shaka Zulu. The album garnered success around the world. In 2008, the group won the Sama Award for Best Traditional A Cappella Album for Ilembe, and in 2009, won the Grammy Award for Best Traditional World Music Album, making it their third Grammy Award. In January 2011, the group released a recording of original songs from a Zulu farm. It received some of the best reviews the group had ever known, landing in the top 5 of most best world music releases for 2011. In January 2013, the group released a new album live, Singing for Peace Around the World, which was dedicated to South African icon and former President Nelson Mandela. On 6 December 2013, it was announced that the album had been nominated by the Grammy Awards for Best World Music CD. This announcement came the day after the passing of Mandela. On 26 January 2014, the Grammy Award announced it had won Best World Music CD for 2013. This was the 4th Grammy Award for the group, and 3rd since 2004. Ladysmith Black Mambazo won their 5th Grammy in 2018 for Best World Music Album for their album Shaka Zulu Revisited 30th Anniversary Celebration. Ladysmith Black Mambazo's history and legacy spans all over the world, working with countless international artists from all over the world. The group's major impact in culture all over the world have gained references on shows such as Saturday Night Live, Family Guy.
There's a great man locked up in a cell. The African folks all know him well.
And also on the 2004 movie Mean Girls.
Well, my friend Janice had to go to her art show. We've had these tickets for months. You love Ladysmith Black Mambazo. But she's my friend and I made her a promise.
Ladysmith Black Mambazo have had over 30 members join the group over the years and are still going strong today after being founded 58 years ago. And they have been touring all over the world for over 6 months every year for more than 20 years and are still touring today.
That's
Ladysmith Black Mambazo have released over 50 albums since they started recording in 1973. Yes, you heard that right. Over 50 albums in the last 49 years.
That's an
Ladysmith
album.
Black Mambazo's legacy and what they managed to achieve from being a small town choir group in northern KwaZulu-Natal to being a staple of culture on a global stage is simply astonishing. And it's easy to see why Ladysmith Black Mambazo is undoubtedly one of the most legendary music groups in the world.
Inspirational, y'all. Shout out, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the Content Addict essay. Link to this video will be in the description. Make sure you guys go show love. Hope you guys enjoy my reaction, commentary, video, smash that like, subscribe channel, man. Stay tuned for my next one, y'all. Peace.